Let me introduce the guest, because Austin introduced the last one the other time, yes. He's right here with me in the studio, Emeka Onwaeze. How are you doing? It's great to have you on the show tonight.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Okay. I love your smile.
Thank you.
So he is the 110 meters hurdle champion at the national trials that was just concluded in Lagos, and he's right here in the studio. He's got a whole lot of stories to tell us. But Austin, yes, before he starts talking, Austin, I know you followed the national trials, you know, the stories that came out from it. We're not going to dwell on the negatives, but then on the positives, some of the things that came out from the national trials.
I like it, Cecilia. You know, I've always talked about the national trials as one that we can actually use to remind ourselves, you know, as a country that we used to be solid with athletics. You know, any opportunity for us to have the elite guys come back home to compete and actually show that they want to. It's like having a sneak peek into what they can give to us when they go to the World Championships or any international events. And yes, just like you, I don't want to talk about the negatives. I'm just glad that the superstars are back home doing their things. We're talking about new champions. Emeka is right there with you in Lagos, you know, talking about him becoming the champion in the 110 meters hurdles. So, Cecilia, generally it is good, but we know the problems will remain problems until we do something about them. Particularly, there's just something about the face of athletics in Nigeria with the infrastructure, with the organization. It just shows that it's just horribly put together, and that needs to stop. But with the performances, and I want to say kudos to everyone that goes out there and give us reasons to cheer for them, Cecilia.
All right, kudos to everyone. Of course, to Emeka here, who came all the way from the U.S. Your first time in Nigeria, Emeka, and of course, your first time in Lagos. At first, you went to Ijebu. They were thinking it was going to, no, Abeokuta, MK Abiola Stadium. We thought that's where it was going to hold. But then what athletes had to like send the signal. You know what? That's not standard enough. They had to come back to Lagos. Yeah, but what was that transition for you? Having to quickly, you thought this was going to be the place. All of you were there, but then moving to Lagos before the trials was held.
Mentally, just always prepared. Wherever God takes me, I'll go. So I knew it was going to be challenging. I heard stories that it might change. Always wanted to contact anyone I could find. The journey to get there was not easy. Reaching out, making sure I was registered. I wanted to know the process. I didn't really know the process, but I was able to find out last minute, and I was just blessed to be able to compete.
Oh, wow. You didn't have anyone actually putting you through it all. I mean, you also have technical teams, you know, communicating with you guys, the steps you need to take. You didn't have all that.
Yeah, so I just graduated from Cal Poly Pomona with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. And I wanted to compete for Nigeria. I saw the trials.
Wait, come again. You have a master's degree in what?
Bachelor's degree in kinesiology.
Okay, bachelor. I thought it was a master's degree. I was going to like, okay.
Yeah, so bachelor's degree in kinesiology. Yeah. So I just competed at the Division II national trials in Colorado, yes. Yeah. And I wanted to compete for Nigeria. I wanted to go to the trials. I had a chance to go out there, compete. My time was fast enough. And I made an Instagram account, and I just started posting myself, saying, this is my name. My name is Namdi. I'm from the U.S. I do hurdles. Could you please post me on your media page? Media pages like Making Up Championships, Athletic Heat. They gave me a space to share my words, so that's how I got out here.
Interesting. And of course, and then you ran. It was 14.19 seconds. I mean, that's the time you ran, which was, of course, a good finish for you. But then, no, 14.13 seconds.
Yes, 14.13.
Yeah, 13 seconds, yes. It was Musa who had 14.19 seconds. And that, of course, was that your personal best?
No.
No, obviously, obviously not. Well, I mean, was it the process of you coming in that actually made it for it to be hard, made it difficult for you to actually, you know, get your personal best?
I believe it was more mental. Physically, adjusting, jet lag, those things were kind of difficult to deal with. But mentally, just going back and forth, staying focused, you know, making sure I'm ready to race, that, you know, nothing goes wrong, just staying focused, having faith. So that was the main challenge. Just crossing the line probably was the hardest part, I would say.
The picture we're going to see much later, but I need to throw this back to Austin. Maybe Austin will need to start from there.
Let me ask you the same question I asked Toby Lover Musan when I first met her. Why the hurdles?
Why the hurdles? Oh, it's not a
Why
matter. It's Namdi.
Namdi.
Yes, I keep on hearing the Mecca. I keep on hearing the Mecca. But hurdles, I had faith in my coach, Coach Schropp in high school. I was a 400 runner, and he said, "You're kind of getting tall." I had a late growth spurt around 11th grade, and he said, "You know what, I think you could be a hurdler." So I didn't like the 110 at first, and he just kind of forced me to keep going at it, and I just had faith in it, and it led me here.
I mean, 110 hurdles.
Sorry about that, Namdi. Talk to us about this picture that we're seeing now.
Oh, so that's my auntie, Princess Noye Onwaeze. She's no longer with us. She passed away in 2021. And we had a long conversation one time in our village in Onuchubo, Delta State. She told me, "You're just live in the U.S., that you're Nigerian born, and you must represent Nigeria." And she told me that when you do, I'll be there. But unfortunately, she was not. So I had to bring her along for the ride, and I just wanted to carry that journey with me. Yeah.
That's
I mean, that's a story really that is really, interesting. I love the fact that you were able to bring it down. I mean, you knew you were going to win, right? You had in the back of your mind because that's why you came with this picture. I mean, what was that moment for you? What was it like? I mean, being able to like put her out there, let people know she was the inspiration.
It was a part of just me sharing my story and my process of how I got there, my collegiate career. I remember my first year I moved in, it was right after COVID, and I had a picture of her. I always have it in my room. You can ask anyone, it's always in my dorm. And I kept it there. I've had a lot of injuries my first 2 years during college. Groin injury my freshman year, hamstring injury my sophomore year, junior year, redshirted, so I didn't run at all. I thought about just stopping, pursuing my career. I wanted to be a physical therapist. And I was just working out one day with my dog. I was like, I'm too fit to be, just give up my sport. And I've been doing it for such a long time. So I put my head down. I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it. I told my parents, I'm not going to stop track. I'm going to keep going. They encouraged me to keep going, and it's led me here. So I'm just happy.
What was it like switching? I mean, you were born in the U.S., right? Mm-hmm. And then you're an American by birth. Yeah. And switching, to Nigerian, but taking that Nigerian passport, switching allegiance to Nigeria. What was it like for you? Process, was it hard?
No, my parents raised me well. Kind of my name is Namdi Adeboye Onwaeze, so my dad's...
What's Adeboye doing in between?
My mom's Yoruba, my dad's Igbo, so they kind of mixed it all in together. So I was raised very well. I was raised with a lot of culture. I have an older sister and a younger brother, so we're raised in a very tight-knit family, and they taught me well, like about my culture. Since 10, I've been visiting Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
I mostly visit my dad's side in Onuchubo, Delta State. And he has a fundraiser, Kojo, education fundraiser, where we give back to children, like pencils, notebooks, small things, giving out clothes. So I'm always been in the community. And I usually just work out. In my village, have kids come around, teach them little things, lunges, push-ups, just encouraging them to just do their best. And I always love being back in Nigeria, so.
Also, there's something you always say, that educational sports make you a superstar. So we have one right here in the studio, don't you think?
Right. I think so, absolutely, Namdi, and I'm super duper proud of you.
Thank you.
Namdi, tell me, because there are young persons watching, they hope to be like you. How important is it for us to mix sports with education?
I feel like sports and education go hand in hand, especially during my college career. You have to. It's very important because, especially in my field, I like to connect with a lot of athletes, and having that venue to go outside of your sport to do something else that can impact the community, I feel like it's very important. So education is very key.
Let's talk about your experience when you got on the tartan track right there in Nigeria. What's the difference? If you're doing it in the States, when you got on that track and started, overcoming the hurdles, what's the difference?
Difference? I feel like there's no real difference. I take every race the same way. Every race has a new meaning, and I believe you just have to mentally go attack it. The environment was a little bit different. It wasn't as loud, wasn't as, I would say, tense. So I was just run my race, keep my head down, hurdle by hurdle, I'll just take it. So that was my mindset.
Awesome.
I'm just watching the race, rewatching trials, and seeing, how what you did right here. I mean, that composure you have till the final moment in that 110 hurdles. Oh, okay, last hurdle actually. But the composure till the end, and that exciting. You have so much in the tank, still running. This moment, I mean, how much did this mean for you? I mean, going into the World Championship, of course, that's what is next. And you still have more races to go before you go to the World Championships.
So, yeah, just going through the race, I knew I had the speed to win. I had a personal best of 13.63 coming in. So I was just trying to stay focused. I knew I had the talent to win. I knew I was the only person that was going to beat myself. So I just had to, you know, keep my head down and stay focused. That was the main thing. Which was
perfect for you. But we would love to actually go on and on and on in this one. But then, Champ, thank you so much for taking our time to be in the studio tonight.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We hope to have more of you because I want to see you at the World Championships.
Yes, soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much.